Yvonne, please give out yellow papers to the new arrivals. Is that positive? The word has to be positive. It has to be a positive word. See participants. Welcome, Angela. All right. I think we're still waiting for two people. I think Jackie and Vera. But if WCC is ready, we can start. Let me go and... Jacqueline, we are waiting for you to make your presentation. Can we have some tech support? So welcome, Angela from WCC. Angela is going to tell us about WCC's strategies for women's political participation.
So I'm going to take you through the strategies to create conducive political environments for women's equal political participation. And the first slide. So we as WCC, we provide mentorship and training programs that support women's leadership through greater inclusion of women and girls with disabilities. Then we invite women into the conversation around active participation in politics for greater representation of women and girls with disabilities. We help them change the narrative on the harmful cultural norms, perceptions to empower women and girls with disabilities to vie for political seats. I'm actually going through them quickly because it's part of what we've been learning, so I don't want to expound so much. Then we remind them that they have a right, now the women with disabilities, to participate fully and equally in public and political life. This helps bring their unique experiences to public debates. Then they have a sense of belonging where we try and make women and girls with disabilities feel included and valued and can take up political seats and get it. So the picture here is of a woman from Kiambu County who was vying for an MCA seat in the last 2017 elections. And in the picture you see her holding a certificate that was an IBC clearance for her to vie, but unfortunately she did not make it. And one of the reasons she gave us was corruption. Mostly women were bribed to vote against her. That's why she did not take it to the next level, but we are still empowering her and other women. Then we hold meaningful engagement with women and girls with disabilities together with KEWOPA, that's the Kenya Women Parliamentary Association, and KDIPA, Kenya Disability Parliamentary Association, on matters of collaboration to advance women with disabilities participation in parliament and the need for the same representation in political spaces. That is a picture of the lady I was talking about. She's the MCA aspirant in Kiambu County. The other picture is a meeting with the KEWOPA and some of KDIPA, meeting to empower women with disabilities into the parliamentary spaces. Then convening of forums to bring together women, legislatures, and representatives of women with disabilities to agree on key issues of collaboration to promote the representation and the priorities of women with disabilities. Same picture of some women from KEWOPA and KDIPA. Then we help create an inclusive political landscape where the voices and perspectives of women and girls with disabilities are valued and integrated, and we encourage the women to harbor aspirations of entering politics to join in the political space. Then we remind them that patriarchal system are long gone, and there's need for women to come out in large numbers for effective participation and representation. Then we mobilize and empower women and girls with disabilities to join in women movement rights, both the mainstream one, like the Maendeleo of Wanawake, and the grassroots movements. And from the recent survey we conducted from the AWESOME since it started, we had 55 respondents who said they are involved in various women movements and they actively participate. So being in this movement has increased the visibility of women and girls with disabilities. Then as I move to my last slide, we do a lot of, we link women and girls with disabilities for radio talk shows and interviews, where we are able to talk about the expectation, the challenges after and during the elections, of which we have still maintained our 20 women from different counties, and we are still mentoring them, hoping that in the next election, we will have at least maybe half of them who vied and will go through. That's the end of my presentation. And maybe I'd invite Jane to expound or just say something I might have left out. Persons with disability. Oh, I'm not heard. Sorry. That we were able to advise IBC on the accessibility of electoral processes because WCC was in the committee that was formed by IBC. And so we intend also to continue caucusing and in order to increase visibility so that we don't leave the matters of women with disabilities only addressed by WCC. So any other organization could float that and could support women with disabilities. And so we have another organization called Network of Women and Girls with Disabilities. WCC is a member. It is a loose coalition. And through the network, we are able to produce young women and mentor them into leadership participation. And so the network is funded by CREA, where we are working on a project called Women Gaining Ground. And we are also funded by a foundation to be able to capacity build young women with disabilities so that they are able to participate on equal basis with others. That's all I had to. You spoke about media. Yes, we do quite a lot of that, and we intend to do that, where we even create clips, and they run throughout especially the local medias, and we're using the local languages so that the communities understand and they're able to support women with disabilities leadership. Thank you.
Thanks, Jane. Any questions for Jane?
So you said you were working with KWOPA and KEDIPA, if I got it correctly, which is the Kenyan Disability Parliamentary Association. So I'm just curious, did these two associations work together? Do they have any collaboration between them before WCC started to kind of like work with the both of them? Did you see any collaboration between them?
KEDIPA is for those with disabilities in those spaces, political spaces, and then KEWOPA are women. So you'll find women will be in both networks where because they are women, they will be in the Women Parliamentarian Association, and because of their disability, again, they will be on the other side. With this parliament, we are not able to access our own, and that is KEDIPA. Apparently, I don't know why that is not happening. Is it that, would I say they are supportive or they are not supportive? So, but again, we are able to reach out to those few women in parliament, especially in parliament, through KEDIPA. I mean KEWOPA, yeah, the Kenya Parliamentarian Women Association.
Further questions for Jane? I have one question. You said you work with women's rights organizations as well. I want to know what their reception has been of women with disabilities, and also, like, do you see more integration within like mainstream women's rights organizations as well?